Once upon a village, there lived an old man and his 3 sons. The old man was hardworking from the days of his youth. He worked every day on the piece of land his father left for him that had been owned from generations to generations. It was from this piece of land that he fed himself, his late wife, and his 3 lazy sons. The old man believed in the saying that the early bird catches the worm, and therefore early he would rise before the first crow of the cock, only to retire to bed very late in the night. His 3 sons, on the other hand, who were now grown men, were nothing like their father. All they did was grumble about how hot the sun was, how cold the winds were, how wet the rains were, how small their house was, how uneven their fingers were. They grumbled and complained all day, every day, and each day they seemed to have a new topic they could tirelessly debate about until their father returned home with something to eat. And then they would complain of how frequently they ate the same thing over and over again. The villagers would on numerous occasions ask the old man why he left the boys to do nothing all day other than sit outside the house discussing unproductive conversations, and occasionally join the small boys to play football and even bully them off their ball. The 3 sons would even go as far as taking the small boys' snacks when they came across them eating in the village square. The 3 sons were a public problem with no evident solution to at least tame them. The old man, however, had tried all he could to bring them up well. He tried every means possible to educate them on how they should behave and even treat their neighbors, but they did not seem to be bothered. It seems like it would all enter through one ear and leave through the other ear. This frustrated the old man for so long that he eventually let them be and would not intervene, but instead let it all to fate. As fate would have it, due to his old age and the overwhelming work he used to frequently do, the old weeks he could barely move, and all his sons fed him are what they could manage to steal from the village children. One day the old man asked his 3 sons to carry him to their farmland. When they got there, he asked them to come closer, for there was a secret he wanted to tell them. They did as their father instructed, and he faintly whispered, "When I was still a young man, my friends and I robbed a rich merchant. We could not find a place to hide it, so we dug multiple holes on this farmland and buried it here." On saying this, he asked to be taken back to his bed, and as soon as he laid on it, he passed on. The following day, at the crack of dawn, his 3 sons headed to the farmland with hoes and shovels, ready to discover and uncover the hidden treasure. They dug and dug until the sun set. Everyone that saw them could not believe their eyes, but each day before the sun rose, they went to the farm and continued from where they had stopped the previous day. This went on for days until one day an elder in their village asked what contributed to their change in behavior, to which they responded with a secret their father left behind. The elder automatically knew that this was just but a way the old man had innovated to make his sons work. When he told the 3 sons, they laughed at the fact that their father finally succeeded. They then planted crops in the already cultivated land. Other villagers also called and offered them work to work on their farmlands. With time, they came to be known as the most prosperous and hardworking men the village had ever had. The end.